If you feel this topic speaks to something deeper inside you, stay with this channel and follow for more reflections like this. Have you ever paused, just for a quiet moment, and wondered why we're taught almost from the beginning that getting sick is inevitable? That as we age, the body simply wears out, like an old machine slowly breaking down. Most people never question this belief. They accept pain as normal, fatigue as unavoidable, illness as the natural price of time passing. We're told it's just biology, just age, just bad luck, and after hearing it enough times, we begin to believe it. We stop listening to our bodies and start blaming them. But here's the strange contradiction no one talks about. Even while you sleep, your body repairs damaged cells. It balances hormones. It regulates temperature. It filters the blood. It heals wounds without asking for permission, without conscious effort. Every single night, something inside you works tirelessly to restore order. So which story is true? The one that says your body is weak and failing, or the one that quietly proves, day after day, that your body is built to repair itself? This isn't about rejecting medicine. Modern medicine saves lives. It has its place, but perhaps we've been shown only one side of the truth. Perhaps we were taught how to fight disease, without ever being taught how healing actually works. If you know someone who has been blaming their body for years, consider sharing this with them. What if the problem was never that the body is broken? What if the real issue is that we misunderstood it? For many people, this realization arrives softly, almost uncomfortably. A quiet thought appears. Maybe I was never told the whole story, so what kind of body would be created if healing was never part of the design? Now look at nature for a moment, not through belief or doctrine, but through observation. Every ecosystem seeks balance. When one element is disturbed, another responds to restore harmony. Rivers adjust their course. Seasons shift. Forests regenerate after fire. Your body follows the same principle. It is not a random collection of organs. It is a living system governed by rhythm. The heart beats in patterns. Breath moves in cycles. Sleep resets the nervous system. Cells are born, serve their purpose, and are replaced. This is not chaos. This is order. So here's the question we rarely dare to ask. Would a creator or natural intelligence, if you prefer, design a body that depends entirely on external intervention just to survive? Or would that body be designed with built-in intelligence, capable of maintaining balance when conditions are right? Healing, then, is not a miracle reserved for the lucky. It is a law of operation. Illness is not punishment. It is information, a signal that something in the natural order has been disrupted. People don't suffer because they are weak. They suffer because modern life pulls them out of rhythm. Too much stress, too little rest, constant urgency, constant fear. And when that imbalance continues long enough, the body doesn't rebel. It doesn't betray us. It warns us. If you're ready to see your body differently, stay connected with this channel. This space is for those who listen deeply. Here's the part most people miss. Healing is not a battle. It is not about forcing the body into submission. True healing begins with cooperation. Your body does not need to be micromanaged. It needs to be trusted. What blocks healing is rarely a lack of effort. It's constant interference, chronic stress, fear-based thinking, rushing, ignoring natural signals, living in a way that contradicts our biology. Your real role is simpler than you think. You are not the mechanic fixing a broken machine. You are the guardian of the conditions. When you reduce noise, the body listens. When you remove pressure, the system recalibrates. When you stop fighting, something remarkable happens. The body begins to speak in the language of recovery. If this perspective brings you a sense of peace, share it with someone who needs reassurance today. Healing rarely announces itself. It doesn't arrive dramatically. It unfolds quietly: better sleep, steadier energy, calmer thoughts, subtle strength returning. And the more you allow it, the more consistent it becomes. If this journey has already shifted how you see your body, stay with this channel. We're going a little deeper now. There is something most people never realize until much later in life. The body is not ruled only by food, movement, or genetics. It is ruled by signals. And the strongest signals do not come from the outside. They come from the mind. Your nervous system does not understand time the way logic does. It does not know the difference between a real threat and a remembered one. It does not distinguish between what is happening now and what has been feared for years. When fear becomes chronic, the body adapts to survive it. Muscles stay tight. Breath becomes shallow. Digestion slows. Repair is postponed, not because the body is failing, but because it believes it is not safe. Many people don't age faster because of years. They age faster because they have lived in a quiet state of defense for decades. Think about the messages repeated again and again. You're getting old. Your body can't do that anymore. This is normal at your age. At some point, those words stop being thoughts. They become instructions. The body listens not to what you hope for, but to what you expect. If you've ever noticed symptoms worsen during stress or ease during calm, you're already seeing this connection. This does not mean illness is imagined. It means the environment inside you matters as much as the one around you. When the mind stays in urgency, the body stays in survival. And in survival mode, healing is not a priority. Your body is not asking to be controlled. It is asking to feel safe again. If you're tired of trying to fix yourself, stay here. This part is different. One of the biggest misunderstandings about healing is the belief that it requires more effort, more discipline, more control, more strategies. But the body was never designed to be forced into balance. It returns to balance when interference stops. Healing is not something you command. It is something you allow. Most people are not sick because they are missing one more technique. They are sick because their system never gets a chance to rest from constant stimulation, noise, pressure, worry, the need to keep up. The body does not collapse overnight. It slowly adapts until adaptation becomes exhaustion. What often restores health is not doing more. It is doing less on purpose, less rushing, less living against the body's signals. If this feels like relief instead of instruction, let that feeling guide you. The body does not ask for perfection. It asks for rhythm, consistency, permission to pause. Healing doesn't need pressure. It needs space. And finally, let's talk about aging. Aging has been framed as loss for so long that we rarely question it. But aging was never meant to be a collapse. It was meant to be a refinement. The body does not ask for speed as it grows older. It asks for listening. Many people become healthier later in life not because they reverse time, but because they stop ignoring themselves. They eat when they're hungry. They rest when they're tired. They say no when the body tightens. For the first time, they live inside their body instead of fighting it. and something unexpected happens. Symptoms soften, recovery speeds up, energy becomes steadier, not dramatic, not miraculous, just natural. If this feels like a quiet truth rather than a promise, stay connected with this channel. Your body has never been your enemy. Aging was never the problem. Interference was. Healing doesn't begin when you add more. It begins when you trust what was already built within you. Walk this path slowly. We're doing it together.